No, you can't lose weight without counting calories. Counting calories is the only way to lose weight. Some people say, no, intuitive eating, that's the best way. You should not count your calories. Food should not be counted. You are not born in this world. You're not, humans are not.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way. Like an improv conversation. Improvisation.
Alright, what's up guys, you're watching Zealocity, and in today's video we're going to be talking about this topic which a lot of people are very confused about. A lot of people ask me this question on a very regular basis. Should I count my calories? And here in this video I'm going to tell you that calorie counting actually sucks. You want to know why? I'm very sure you're very confused right now, because in the past I've made a video in which I've told you why calories matter, but now in this video I'm telling you calorie counting sucks. Confusing. Alright, let's not waste time and get into the fundamentals of this video. First, I want you to understand what exactly are calories. So that's the first topic of our video, and let's understand what exactly calories are. In simple words, calorie is nothing but a unit of energy. It's just like kilometer, like how a meter or a kilometer or a mile is a unit of distance, right? So it's a unit of distance. How many kilometers have you traveled? Okay, this city to that city, it's 250 kilometers. So you have a unit of distance. So it allows you to measure exactly how much distance you are traveling. It's just a unit, right? So exactly how calories are a unit of energy from food. How we track our energy from food, how much energy you are exactly getting, and how much energy do you exactly need. So this is the fundamental law of energy, and this is how we get to know. And this is exactly how calories are a unit of energy of food, and that's how we can understand how much calories you're getting, how much unit of the energy you're getting from food. Now the second thing we need to understand here is the concept of calorie deficit and a calorie surplus or calorie maintenance. In simple words, it is how much calories you eat in a day and how much calories you burn in a day. So eat is basically the intake and burning is expenditure. So it depends on the intake and expenditure. Okay. So for example, like let's say I need X amount of calories to survive in the entire day. If my BMR, if like the basic amount of calories that I need to survive, for my heart to pump the blood, for my lungs to function, for my brain to function, there's a certain amount of calories that my body needs, and that is exactly what we call BMR. Okay, and then the next thing is the activity that I do in a day, the workout that I'm doing in a day. So all of these factors contribute to my energy requirements in an entire day. Okay, that is what we refer to as the maintenance calories. That's basically how much energy you require in a day to function. Now if you eat slightly lesser than the requirement, you are in a deficit. Okay, a deficit means you are eating slightly lesser or anything lesser than your maintenance. Like let's say x minus anything, any number is basically your maintenance. If x is 500, so 500 minus even 50 calories lesser is your lower than maintenance, and you are in a deficit. And similarly, if you are eating slightly above your maintenance, you are in a calorie surplus. That means you are eating more calories than you burn in a day or than you need to function in an entire day. So this is the fundamental of thermodynamics. This is exactly what we talk about when you talk about calorie deficit. It's basically eating lesser calories than you need to function. Calorie surplus, more calories than you're eating to function. And calorie maintenance is eating almost similar or exactly the same amount of calories that you need to function in the entire day. Now, what exactly happens is when you are in a calorie deficit, you're eating slightly lesser than what you actually require in a day, right? Let's say if you need 2000 calories to function in a day, and if you're eating 1800 calories, like you're in a 200 deficit, right? So those 200 calories that your body needs to function, the deficit, which is because you're eating 1800, now your body needs 200 calories and it has to come from somewhere, right? And this is usually when your body uses your stored body fat for energy. Okay, so your body is forced to cut down the excess body fat store. It's a reserve, right? So body fat is basically your reserved energy, which your body can tap into whenever you need it. So if you're in a deficit, your body burns your stored body fat. And when you eat in a surplus, like let's say if you're eating 2,200 calories and your body needs only 2,000 calories to function. That means you're eating in a surplus of 200 calories, and those extra surplus, the 200 calorie surplus, is used to convert that extra energy, the extra calories, and it converts it into body fat, which can be used later on as an energy reserve. Now this brings me to the third topic. The next topic is, can you lose weight without counting calories? Now this is one thing where people lose their minds a lot, because now people want to understand, can you lose weight without counting calories? Some people say, no, you can't lose weight without counting calories. Counting calories is the only way to lose weight. Some people say, no, intuitive eating, that's the best way. You should not count your calories. Food should not be counted. Humans are not evolved to count your calories and track your macros whenever you eat. I would say it's just a matter of perspectives. Honestly, I would say that it really depends from person to person. Some people want more flexibility in their lifestyle and want to track exactly how many calories they're consuming in a day. Some people don't like to count the calories. So it really comes down to individual preferences. But the simple answer, cut it short, you can definitely lose weight without counting calories. Now, don't get me wrong, calorie deficit is absolutely essential for you to lose weight. It's the fundamental law of thermodynamics. You can't just violate the rules of thermodynamics, okay? You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight, but you don't have to count those calories to be in a calorie deficit, okay? You can definitely just eat a lot of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, cut out all the processed foods, and you will definitely be in a calorie deficit and you will definitely lose weight, and you don't even have to count it. So that's basically what people call intuitive eating. Eating intuitively, not counting anything as such, but you're eating whatever you like, whatever you feel like. But at the same time, you're not counting those calories, and you're eating mostly the foods that don't really need to be counted, right? The problem comes when people want to eat a lot of carbohydrate. Then they're having aloo ki sabji, dal chawal, sabji, jalebi, everything. And then they say that meko calories count nahi karna. That means कि you're setting up for failure. Like you can't just say मैं इधर का भी नहीं उधर का भी नहीं, right? So either you have to choose the right quality of foods and eat intuitively and get the right sources of everything so that you don't exactly have to count those calories, or if you want proper accountability, if you want proper flexibility in your diet to include foods that you like but also have full accountability and have full note of exact amount of calories or close to exact amount of calories that you're eating in a day, and decide accordingly how you want to progress, then the best way is to count those calories, okay? But either way, a calorie deficit is needed. Any diet you go on for weight loss, whether it's a keto diet or a sattvic diet or a paleo diet or any diet you go on, it has to follow the rule of a calorie deficit, eating lesser than your requirements so that you lose weight, okay? It has to come from your stored body fat. Now, some people tell me that मैंने तो कभी जिंदगी में calories count नहीं किए, but I still lost weight, so that means calorie counting sucks. क्या बोला तूने? It's just like saying कि मैं हैदराबाद से पुणे पहुंच गया बिना किलोमीटर्स देखे. That means किलोमीटर सिस्टम ही एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता. मतलब किलोमीटर, मेरा ऑटोमीटर ही बेकार है. गाड़ी से ऑटोमीटर हटा देना चाहिए. मैं क्या करूं, फिर जॉब छोड़ दूं? Just because मुझे लगता है कि मैं हैदराबाद से पुणे बिना किलोमीटर काउंट किए चला जा सकता. What does that even mean? It's a stupid statement. It doesn't have any sense, right? So similarly, when people say that I have lost weight without counting calories, therefore calorie counting is stupid, it's just a stupid statement. So the person is stupid, not the statement actually. If you're a stupid person, you make stupid statements, right? To be honest, you can definitely lose weight without counting calories. I'm not saying it's not possible, right? I have literally given you the answer. You can definitely lose weight without counting your calories. But that does not mean that calorie counting does not exist or it doesn't make sense. Now, it may not make sense to you, but it definitely has to make sense for some people. It definitely does make sense for a lot of people. When does calorie counting actually suck? It sucks when you are someone who gets anxious around food, when food bothers you a lot कि मैं क्या खाऊं exactly. मैं सोच के आपको ऐसा लगता है कि oh my god, 250 calories and I'm not able to stop at 250 calories, I need more calories. And when every 200 calories or every 50 calories starts to freak you out, then that is when you should actually stop calorie counting. Now this is actually a very important part of the video. You have to please listen to this very carefully. Now if you are someone who gets anxious around food, and if calorie counting makes you anxious, then please ditch the calorie counting. You don't have to count your calories anymore. stop with the obsession of every 1 or 2 calories that you get in the day. Nobody can track calories 100% spot on perfectly. It's always an estimation. You can't always track the calories exactly to the point decimal. Now, you can't just say I'm burning 2374.1649 calories in a day, so I have to eat 500 calories lesser, so it exactly has to be blah 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 point blah 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 calories in a day. You cannot be that accurate. Calorie counting is just an estimate, so you have to make accurate estimates, or maybe I would say close to accurate estimates. So like even 1 or 2 or 5 calories or 10-20 calories here or there, it's not a big deal, to be very honest. Okay, now if you think you are eating 2000 calories and if you are eating 2040 calories, does that 40 extra calories mean that you gain fat or you get unhealthy? No. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 calories do not really matter in the long run. Okay, what matters in the long run is you are following a weekly average. Like let's say if you have decided a 500 calorie deficit for a day, it should not just be a 500 calorie deficit for a day, but rather be a 3000 or 3500 calorie deficit in the entire week on an average, right? So as a total. So your average daily deficit comes down to 500 calories. I hope you are actually following me through in this topic. Okay, but if you think that this whole system of calorie counting funda gives you anxiety, or if it really like bothers you a lot, or if it makes you just insane counting these calories and all, just eat intuitively, eat what you like having, and try to have mostly unprocessed foods. Try to have whole grains, whole foods, whole protein sources, fruits, vegetables, nuts, all the good sources that you get, and try to cut out the highly processed foods as much as possible, or cut it down to as low as you can, and that will definitely give you the results that you need. It may not be as optimal as a calorie counting method, but it definitely is for you, right? If you get anxious with calorie counting. But if you want flexibility with your food, and if you want to include the occasional treats without you going overboard, and you exactly know that, okay, I'm eating 120 calories from this chocolate and I know that it's within my calorie budget, and if that allows you to stay sane in the long run, and if you like that approach, then you can definitely follow this approach of calorie counting, and in the long run it will also have flexibility. Because see, when you talk about budgets, like when you talk about financial budgets, when you track every rupee that you spend, then you have more accountability to have a little bit of budget for not so necessary expenditure. Like let's say if you want to spend for clothing, or if you want to spend for recreational activities, or if you want to spend for movie tickets or something, you have a proper budget, right? Travel ke liye itna, saving ke liye itna, mutual fund ke liye itna, whatever it is, right? So you have a proper budget, and that allows you to spend with more flexibility. So it's similar with calorie counting in your food. So if you do count your calories, you have more flexibility in your calories, and you know ki okay, itna calories protein, itna calories carbs, itna calories with your fat, and this much calories I can have a little 200 calorie treat in the entire day, just so that I stay sane and that doesn't make me crave for foods in the long run. So this is the end of the video. In summary, again, you don't have to count your calories, but calorie counting does not always work, is not always the best approach for everyone. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this video, then you know what to do. Hit the like button, share this video with your friends, family members, gym buddies, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever I post new videos. And this is my Instagram if you want to see what I do in my entire day, or if you want to hit me up on Instagram for my personal coachings or video consultations, then you can definitely head over to my Instagram, or you can write an email to me at zealocityfit@gmail.com. The email is in the description below. You can hit me up and I would definitely love to help you. And do let me know if you have any future suggestions for my videos. You can write down in the comment section below. I would definitely give your comment a consideration. And thanks again for all the love and support. I will definitely see you in the next video, and I will continue to make more interesting and helpful videos for you. So stay tuned.